It's my pleasure to speak to you today about our celebrations for International Women's Day 2021. But is celebrate the right word? Let us start by looking at politics. In 1997, when I was sitting listening to assemblies at school, as you are now, 81% of all MPs were men. Today, that figure stands at 66%. Currently, under a quarter of cabinet ministers, those holding the most senior positions in government are women. 23% to be exact. Still, this is an improvement compared with the 90s, when we had 2 years where apparently not one British woman had the leadership ability and experience to serve as a senior minister, for the cabinet was entirely male. So, we see that despite small improvements, women are underrepresented in our corridors of power. And it is therefore perhaps not surprising that a government coronavirus advert was released in January this year, portraying outdated sexist stereotypes, with a male figure relaxing on the sofa, while female figures looked after a baby, homeschooled children, and most shockingly of all, a female figure was depicted teaching her daughter how to mop the floor during lockdown, ensuring that sexist tropes could be perpetuated into future generations. It is because of these continuing issues that International Women's Day 2021 has chosen this year's theme, Choose to Challenge. Because although we will all enjoy learning this week about inspirational women, both those in our personal lives and historical female figures whose stories were never told, at the current rate of change, we still won't achieve equality between the sexes until around the year 2200. In other words, another 200 years of us celebrating the success of women against the odds, rather than just simply giving them a level playing field. I started by thinking about challenge in the arena of politics because this is a key way in which we can drive change to ensure that women's views are heard. Would the stereotyped government advert have been signed off if it had been presented to a committee of women for approval? The political arena may seem a daunting one to choose to challenge. Although in the media we admire superstar female politicians such as Kamala Harris or Jacinda Ardern, on your average day, women MPs in the UK are facing down sexist abuse, ranging from being called a silly wee lassie, or being told to calm down dear, to illegal threats of harm and violence being made to them online. And the problem is worse for minority ethnic women. A group of black women MPs told the press of their frustration of being mistaken for cleaners and other staff members, with one being told they're letting in anybody nowadays. By continuing to go to work each day and challenge these attitudes, these women are paving the way for people like you to go into your chosen careers and be able to concentrate on the job rather than on battling stereotypes. And what if politics is not an area in which you feel comfortable to challenge? Well, there is no shortage of other areas in which to make a stand. The United Nations Women website has a list of female and male ambassadors standing up for girls' education, the elimination of violence against women and girls, empowering women through sport, equal status for mothers and fathers, ensuring women are represented in tech. The list goes on and the challenge goes on. Your challenge may start simply by questioning when you hear someone talking about football versus women's football, asking your teacher what the female perspective was during a period of history, making sure chores are divided equally at home between brothers and sisters, mums and dads, or standing up to any lazy stereotypical language overheard in the corridor. Even if you start small, we are asking all girls and boys in the community this week to choose to challenge and to call out inequality. Thank you for listening.